Hey everybody, apologies to all those that may have been waiting for tonight's stream. We've had some really weird stuff happening tonight. I'm going to blame it on the weather because we've got a fairly decent storm in the area tonight, but we are hopefully up and running. Grant Boyden has jumped on the chat there, so obviously we are now getting out to you people out there, so apologies for the late start, but we're only 4 laps in on race 1, and as you can see, Michael Vos has led from the start. You can see there that there's not been a lot of change, so we haven't really missed a lot. Loshi did do a pit stop on lap 1, purely based on strategy, so I've been told, so again, nothing to see there. Yeah, the boys are at Okayama tonight. As we've seen in the past, once Michael gets to the front, he is a very hard person to get past. We'll see if the boys have got anything for him tonight. Moz is pretty comfortable in that second spot. The battle between Henry and Steve Barker has been quite fun to watch. I think Henry is now trying to push Steve back up to the back of Moz. But as you can see, our front 7 are all closely bundled together out on track. So Michael picks up a bit of dust there. Thanks, Grant. Grant's just informed me that everything's as good as gold now on YouTube, so great to hear. Always amazes me. I spend a couple of hours on a Monday afternoon just getting everything organised and planned and ready for the night. Of course, everything works when you test it, but when it comes to the real McCoy, those gremlins just tend to pop up. As we jump on board and Singer. Boys make their way up that long back straight. Get a fairly decent tow along this straight, and the hairpin at the end of it is usually a good overtaking spot if you're close enough. Of course, for those of you out there wondering, Grant's not racing tonight. He's got work duties, but he has promised he'll be back next week with another striking livery. So we all look forward to seeing what Grant's come up with for next week. Our front 6 or 5 have pitted yet. Commentators nightmare, because as you say, top 6, Boydie jumps into the pits, as does Damo. Well, looks like we've got our first bingle for the night. Go back on our Palmer's replay and have a look. This is Damien Harwood. Sure, said he crashed, but I'm not sure that was actually the case. He may have just had a blink, unless of course it is going into the pits. Apologies for that. As I said, we've got a few gremlins tonight, but we will do our best to soldier on. So on the back of that pit stop on lap 1, Loshy has now found himself on the back of Boydie and Damo. And on slightly warmer tyres, we'll probably be trying to get advantage, but I think Boydie's awake up to that manoeuvre. So make their way up the back straight on lap 7. I think Loshy's going to look for a way through. He's up alongside Boydie. Get that move done. Michael Vos now into the pits, as is Geordie Miller. Loshy's keen to get past Damo. As the song says, Damo doesn't really have a lot of real pace. He slowing these boys down. And Michael Voigt has come out. He's done his pit stop. He's 4 seconds in front of Damo. Wow. Maybe the early pit stop isn't the right strategy, because Michael has got a massive lead now. Let's check out some of these pit stop times. So Michael and Damo were actually nearly identical. Loshy was the quickest. So Michael's actually picked up all that time basically out on track. As Moroz and Singer both pit now as well. Loshy's keen to get this move done, which he's done. Has now successfully taken care of. Meanwhile, back up the front, Henry is now grabbed the lead over Steve Barker, but again the boys haven't pitted. Are approaching 3/4 race distance on lap 9. Andrew Cash in 3rd, still hasn't pitted as yet either. There's Michael. Just making his way up the back straight. Moses closed that gap down to just over a second. Meanwhile, further back, Boydie has now got through on Damo as well. Looks like both Steve Barker and Henry have hit it on this lap. Henry's making his way back out now as Michael comes boring down on him. Of course, Henry's going to have cold tyres. He's going to have to defend, which may just open the door for the likes of Moz and Ben Singer. Michael gets the job done fairly easily. Henry still struggles to get temp up into those tyres. Well, our leader, Cash, is now just jumping into the pits. This is where the boys get caught out. They slow down, thinking those yellow cones are actually closer than what they are. So easy to lose time in these pits. As Cashy goes in for his 4 tyres. See, Michael will now resume the lead as Cashy's still in the pits. So our order now after pit stops are all completed will be Michael Vose, Henry Fenson, Moz in 3rd, then Ben Singer in 4th, Loshi back in 5th, being harassed by Steve Barker now, and Boydie. So it's a bit of a battle going on. A bit of a 4-car train happening here. Loshi trying to break the toe. I think that's going to work. See the front brakes, the glow from the rotors. Boys are pushing pretty hard. Might be getting close to that last lap. Board soon. So Henry puts a little bit of pressure on Michael now for that lead. It is the white flag. So this will be the last lap. Looks like our podium is fairly well decided. It's the battle for 4th, 5th and 6th. Looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Oh, I think Steve might have just got into the back of Loshi there. I think there might have been an apology over the radio as Steve tries to address that, which Boydie says, well, he wasn't a part of it, so he's happy to steal as many positions as he can. Meanwhile, back up the front, Henry and Michael still battling it out. Not sure if Henry plays his cards right and gets a good run onto that on the front straight. Whether he can use the toe to get past. Come down to the line. It will be Michael just Ben home for third. And it will be Boydie, Loshy, and Steve Barker. Rob McGrath, good drive. It's home in seventh. Geordie Miller, great drive, up 3 spots. Not sure what happened to Damo, but he went off track, so quickly duck back and see if we can get a replay of what happened to Damo. So he looked pretty safe in that. It's got it all wrong at the hairpin. That's what cost him all those positions. All right, I don't think we'll get a chance to do a grid or a or anything before race 2. We should be able to tell once they start to grid up what the invert was. So it's going to be Loshy. So all of that, Loshy finds himself on pole. Boydie will be off the front row alongside. Then it'll be Ben Singer, Henry Fenson. Then it'll be Michael Vos, Steve Barker. So the top 5 are inversion, which is normal. Then Rob McGrath, Geordie Miller, Damo, and Campbell Hutton rounds out your top 10. Lights are on.
Green, green, green.
Looks like Loshy got a good start from the front row there. Everyone away safely. It's going to be Loshy leading through the opening few corners. Good clean getaway so far for everyone. So Grant shares a picture. He's hard at work watching the stream on his laptop. Good to see, Grant. Good to have you on board. Track temp's up to 30 now, so it has gone up a little bit. Still Loshy leading. Michael Vos in the meantime has jumped up 2 positions to that 3rd spot. A few boys have jumped, Moz and Damo both into the pits this time around. board with Boydie. Couple of boys have left early tonight. It's like Daniel Lewis or Damien Hardwood. She made the start of race 2. Lap 3 now. So far, only Damo went into the pits. Hasn't registered. It's registered that Moz has pitted, but it hasn't registered that Damo actually pitted. So I'm not sure what happened there. Damo's pit time was rather short. I wonder if Damo got done for jumping the start. He might have had a drive-through. I wonder if Damo got a jump start penalty. So not much change at the front. Looks like Ben Singer has got a run on Michael Most back in that 3rd spot. Ben's now taken over that spot. Michael looks like Michael's keen to get that spot back again. He pulls alongside Ben into the hairpin. Oh, Ben tries to get the inside line. That's not a corner for an overtake. It squeezed very quickly on the inside. I'm not sure, Glenn. I'm a bit confused with Moz. I don't know what he's up to. I suppose we could ask him, but I don't really want to upset Loshi at the moment because Loshi is still leading. As Ben Singer now into the pits. Rob McGrath's also into the pits. Justin Elder also into the pits on completion of lap 4. As you can see, none of our front runners. Ben has pitted, so He's just leaving the pits now. Namo picks up an off track. Michael now coming under a little bit of pressure from Henry. Steve Barker's still there in the mix, as is Geordie Miller. Geordie's having a good run this time around. His teammate Cashy is up 4 spots into 7th. Our leaders continue on for another lap. So, looking at the position the boys that have pitted are in now, Ben got his pit stop done. Came back out just over 3 seconds ahead of Moz, so not really sure what happened to Moz early stage of the race. Perhaps we'll ask him a bit later on. Henry and Michael, meanwhile, continuing on their battle from race 1. Still Loshi and Boydie out front. And at 1.7 seconds, 1.8 seconds now, as Michael Vos now ducks into the pits. Loshi's into the pits. And Boydie. So our 3 leaders have effectively all pitted at the same time. It's left Henry and Steve Barker to continue on. So wait and see who wins the race off of pit lane. Damo's back in for his mandatory stop this time around. And it looks like they're side by side. It will be Loshi. As expected, Loshi is now leading those that have pitted. About 3.5 tenths ahead of Boydie. Michael Vos just over a second further back. It's been on the radio. I wonder what Moz is up to. As our front 3 have now pitted, which will put Shannon Curry in the lead. Get some move done on that Geordie. So Loshi still leads as Henry comes out of the pits. It's a massive battle between these four guys. Henry picks up an off track. So it's currently Shannon Curry leading, who hasn't pitted as yet, obviously. Then it's Loshi, Glenn Boyd, who was all over the tail of Loshi at this stage. Then it's Michael Vose, Ben Singer, Henry Fenson, Steve Barker. It's our top 7. All fairly close to get on the road. Then it's back to Moz in 8. Geordie Miller in 9th, and Rob McGrath rounding out our top 10 at the stage. To 3/4 race distance, so should be around about 3 laps to go. Loshi runs a very defensive line. He's not keen on opening the door for Boydie. Michael has bridged that gap now. So well and truly in contention. So I think Ben, Henry and Steve probably just need to work together now to try and make up that 1.3 seconds. Get them up there for the battle for the lead as well. Shannon now pits. That gap from 3rd back to 4th is starting to go the wrong way for Ben, Henry and Geordie. For Ben, Henry and Steve. Geordie's another 5 seconds further back. It's been a good little battle with Moz and Rob McGrath, who's having a pretty good night tonight, Rob. Of top 10 finishes. But manages to hold on to that 10th spot now, or 9th spot. It's actually looking to try and find a way through on Moz. So I don't know, maybe it is a ballast issue, Grant. Moz doesn't seem to have that same amount of pace that he had earlier in the night. front. Boydie is starting to put some real heat on his tail lights of Loshie's WBT Mazda. Just dipped the back wheel into the dirt, then you could see the car lurch sideways, but he's held on to it. It will be costing him a little bit of time though. So we get close to the end. I'm sure if there'll be another 1 or 2 laps after this one. Wait and see how the countdown timer is, as Boydie now looks to make his move. Loshie says no. Boydie's sizing this up. He's probably going to make take a look at the end of that long back straight. You don't want to go too early, because with there's more laps remaining, then obviously you're a sitting duck for the cars behind. So we'll see if the white flag comes out this time. There it is. White flag is out. That's all to play for on this last lap. She's trying to just get enough of a break through this twisty section that the toe won't be of any big benefit, as the boys will get off tracks with that sweeping left-hander. Just about to make their way onto the back straight now. Loshie may just have enough, because Boydie's got his hands full with Michael now. This is played right into the hands of Loshie. And the boys are battling for second and third. The leader tends to not have to stress so much. Oh, Michael thinks about... Oh, Boydie's wide. Boydie is pedaling as hard as he can now. There is an opportunity up here. Is Michael going to take it? He is. He's not far enough up though. Barring any mishaps, I think Loshie's got this one in the bag, but those minor places are far from settled at the moment. Loshie makes his way down. He will get the checkered flag. So it is a win for Loshie. Boydie home second, Michael Vos third, then Henry, then Steve Barker. Hardly anything separating our top 5. Ben Singer will get home for 5th. Then Moz Moroz. Geordie Miller in 8th. Rob McGrath should bring it home in 9th. And then Andrew Cash will round out our top 10. All right, the boys are going to have a quick 5-minute break before our feature race, so we might do likewise, and we'll be back for race 3 very shortly. All right, boys are about to grid up for our race 3. Well, let's have a look at how they're going to grid up. So it's going to be Henry off a pole this time. Michael Bose out of 2. Then it'll be Glenn Boyd, Loshy out of 4, Steve Barker, Ben Singer, Moz, Geordie Miller, Rob McGrath, Cashy out of 10th, then Campbell Hutton, Damo, who did jump the start last time round, by the way, then Ray Harrison, Justin Eagleton, Shannon Curry, Justin Elder. I think some of those boys may have actually left the building. So we'll see how we go. Just wait for the lights to come on. Temp has dropped a few degrees this time around. Looks like everyone gets away fairly well. It's actually Michael that's leading. Henry in that second spot. Then Boydie, Loshy. Still Michael leading at the end of the long straight through the hairpin. So the racing tonight's been really, really good. Very clean. Oh, just as I say that. Like, let's see what's happened to Steve Barker. Steve's on the inside of Moz. Oh, he's going to loop her. Oh, and everyone's managed to avoid him. Well done to Steve for pulling that up. Commentators curse yet again. Damo's back into the pits again. Hopefully he hasn't jumped the start 2 in a row. Four have now broken away, just over a second back to Ben and Moz. Moz just get a move done on Ben through the hairpin. Moves him up into that 5th spot. Is cooling off even further now, down to 24 degrees. It was up over 30 in that last race, so we should find it a little bit easier. that's interesting. We can't seem to get a few of the boys on the broadcast. I'm not really sure why, but apologies to anybody that we can't show tonight. I'm not sure what's going on, but we will get it fixed for next week. Boys entering lap 4. Moss has now joined those that have pitted. Was looking to try and break away, and Boydie's keen to get through on Henry. I feel like Henry's just off the pace a little bit tonight. Boydie looked to get the move done this time around. To sit there at the moment. Brake, front brake. Rotors continue to glow red. Now jumps into the pits at 8th spot. So on lap 6, still no change at the front. The front 3 still fairly close together. More boys have jumped into the pits this time around. Loshi trying a different strategy. See if we can perhaps jump these 3 boys. Michael Vose jumps into the pits. Henry thought about it, decided to stay out. Boydie stayed out as well. Pick up on Loshi. Oh, Rob had an off somewhere. He's got a meatball flag. What's happened to Rob? Oh, he's tangled up with, I think that's Andrew Cash, in a straight line. Definitely come off second best there. So I had to jump back to the pits to get that one cleared away. So Loshi's just making his way down the front straight. Michael Vose comes out of the pits. Loshi's going to try and tough around the outside. Michael's on cold tyres, so looks like Loshi will get that done. So he has, Loshi has actually gained a spot there through that earlier pit stop. Just over half race distance. Actually, based on race 1 and 2, I think there's going to be probably around about 5 laps to go. Still Henry and Glenn are yet to pit. So Boydie's in the pits. Henry stayed out. Looking at the time difference, it's going to be very, very close when Boydie rejoins. Providing he has a clean pit stop, he should come back out right in the middle of this battle. She's just making his way through the final turn now. Back onto the straight. Andrew Cash has got a slowdown now. I don't know where he managed to find that, but there you go. As Boydie comes out of the pits, he will slot in behind Michael. Again, he's got cold tyres, so it's going to take him a few corners to get them up to temp. Up a bit of dirt there, just puts the back wheel to the dirt. So Henry is the last one to pit for this final race. Based on what we've just seen with Boydie, I think Henry might be in a spot of bother here. I think he's got enough. He's into the pits now. It's going to be very, very close. As to whether he can get back out in front of Loshi. that skirmish we saw earlier between Kashi and Rob McGrath has certainly cost Rob a top 10 for race 3. She's making his way onto the back straight. Henry is still in the pits. He's just leaving the pits now, actually, so this is going to be very, very close. As Henry tries to get up to speed on cold tyres. Saying he's got around about a 2-second lead, but how hard he can push on those cold tyres will be the thing. Gordy is settled down into that 4th spot. So a bit of a ding-dong battle going on further back. This is Damo, Geordie, Ben Singer, and of course Moz leading the trail. Damo has managed to get through on Geordie. Oh, Damo's coming really hot there. It's going to slow him down for that run up the straight. Geordie gonna try and back up the front. Henry is benefit of Loshi having to keep one eye in the rear vision mirror on Michael, same as what we saw in race 2, but reverse this time around. So just it's a little bit untidy out of that final turn. Still got around about a 2nd lead over Loshi. Be one more lap to go after this one. It's pretty comfortable with that 1 second lead. time. Sorry, the white flag should be out this time around. There it is. So this will be the final lap of race 3. Well, she manages to get that that lead down, but again, just runs it wide. Just it's costing him that fraction. Just the 10th or 2, which opens that lead back out to that second. I wonder if Michael is going to look at trying to get a move done at the end of the straight. I think he's keen to make it happen. He's taking a lunge. Oh, I think Loshie's giving him room. Well, Michael slots into that second spot now. Loshie gets an off track. We know Loshie hates his off tracks, so that won't please him. Especially being the last lap. So comes around onto the front straight for the final time. Checkered flag is out. Will be Henry with the win. Michael Vos home in second. Loshie in third. Boydie will get home in fourth. We've got a few cars weaving all over there. I think that might be Moz. Yep. All right, we'll get some official results for all 3 races very shortly. Not sure if the boys are going to jump in for interviews tonight or not. We'll wait and see. So Ray Harrison. Okay, I think let's see if we can bring up some official results. We might start with race 1 as we wait for a few of the boys to join us. All right, we've got a couple of boys have joined us. Got Loshie and Michael Vos. So, not a bad night, Loshie. You did quite well there in the end.
Yeah, come back to my home circuit, as Damo and Mods like to call it. So I normally run reasonably well around this track. Mr. Vos just had a 10th or so on me most of the night and pipped me for a second right at the end there. But no, I had a really good fun night. 3 clean races. Yeah, good fun.
It's good haul of points. And Michael, we see you took out race 1. Same old story. When you get to the front, you're a very hard man to get past.
Yeah, I think tonight it'll probably come down to pit stops for everyone because there's not an awful lot of places to make a pass, probably besides the end of the straight, unless the guy in front makes a mistake. And yeah, that last race, my pit stop was over 23 seconds, where I think the first couple were more like 21, 22. So yeah, I'd say that made a bit of a difference there, but great racing by the boys tonight, nice and clean, and was yeah, kept it tight, so that was good.
So just having a look at your results. So in race 1, you got a first. Race 2, you had a third, and in the feature, a second. So yeah, really big night.
Yep, no, it was good. I don't really love this track either, but I mean, it tends to race all right. Just yeah, it's one of them ones where there's not a lot of spots to make a move without contact.
Yeah, you'll be off to IKEA next week to get a bigger trophy cabinet at this rate. And Henry, back in the winners' circle this week.
Yeah, well, wasn't too bad. Didn't really have the pace tonight, so had to let strategy try and take control, and didn't have good pit stops in the first race, but luckily it worked out in the last one.
Yeah, I sort of thought that you might have been a bit closer to Loshi and Michael after that in race 3 after that pit stop. But to your credit, you came out a couple of seconds in front and managed to keep that second gap all the way to the end. So well done on that.
Yeah, it's pretty good. You can sort of manage your race and sort of hit your marks and keep them at that 1 second mark, and it sort of creates a bit of dirty air that's just enough to unsettle the car and take away a bit of grip.
I know it's fairly I suppose sedate is maybe not the right word, but it was a fairly quiet night of racing. Not many incidents at all. I think we really only found one in race 3, but looking at the incident count, everybody seemed to have a fairly good night. So yeah, kudos to everybody that did race tonight. Okayama's not a bad track. To me, it has a little bit of everything. So yeah, certainly not the worst track to be racing the little Mazda.
It's a great track, but do we need more incidents? Because we can make that happen. That's what I'm reading between the lines there.
Oh, no. I'm actually I'm always happy if there's fewer incidents, Damo. You know that. It's
Yep.
It's so much easier when it's good, clean racing like it was tonight. So as I said, congratulations to everyone tonight. All right, let's do some shout outs. We'll start off with our winner, Henry. You got your list?
Yeah, always got it ready. Yeah, just like to thank all the boys at Evolution Sim Sports. It's been good fun racing with Steve. Had him up the front tonight, so it's good trying to work together and try and figure out how to help each other. So big thanks to him. Grayman Electrical Data, Premium Designs, Cataclysm Computers, Kid Kings, JJ and SC Raceway, iRacing Down Under, Premium Cinematography, Down Under Sim TV. Cheers to Team on the boys for putting it on. Cheers to you for the broadcast.
No worries. And Michael?
Yeah, just the usuals, mate. Thanks to yourself for putting the broadcast on and all the effort you go to, and the rest of the guys that make the league happen for us to come out and enjoy and have a bit of fun. And then Send It Decal Works and also the boys at Simline Race Service.
No worries. And Loshi, you got to thank your major sponsor tonight. Surely that livery worked wonders for you this week.
Yep, bought the old livery back from WBT Racing and had a win and finished third overall on the night. Just because I'm sitting here doing the points now, Vos got the round result by 1 point. So 215 for Vos, 214 for Henry, and 206 for myself. So that's a nice tight round result. So. And yep, just thank you to you, Greg, for putting the broadcast on, because that's why a lot of people love to come along and do the Rumble racing so they can sit down afterwards and have a look at themselves. So, yep.
And just as a side note, Loshi, fastest lap in race 3.
Yeah, I had to. I think I did that. Thank you. Thank you very much. I think I did that the lap Henry came out of the pits because he had 2 seconds on me and I drove the wheels off it to try to close that down, which I got it to the second. But by the time I got it to the second, his tyres came up and he had that little bit of extra grip you get for the first couple of laps. And we were both just hammering. And then Vos was just sitting back waiting to, you could hear the Jaws music. Dun, dun. And yeah, so no, heaps of fun.
Cool. And while we're at it, most laps led in the feature race went to Henry. Wait for Moz.
There you go.
Oh, no. Moz is... No, hang on, Moz. You went early because
No, that wasn't me. I'm, 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 I'm now Henry's biggest fan. It's all changed.
because the next one was going to be the Hard Charger Award goes to Damien Seeger. That's when I was expecting that one. Now we know who's doing the.
Yeah.
Yes. So for all you out there that were wondering who's doing the sound effects, there's your answer.
Guilty.
So Damo, what sound effect have you got for race 2 when a little birdie told me you might have jumped the start?
Little birdie.
Yeah, the duck.
I did. Yeah, the duck.
Wow, he's on fire.
I've set my clutch up to be a button, Greg, by, I believe, somebody that taught me, yours truly, taught me that one. So I had it set up for a button, and I just had a lapse and let go of the button and forgot that was my clutch. So my car sort of went forward, and then I put some laps in after that and pretty much got nowhere. So that was my race night done. But we had a dreadful night. Just seems we were on a low. Yeah. My force feedback went. Bocce's force feedback went. Moz's force feedback went. They all dropped out. So I don't know whether it was a connect between iRacing or it was just a coincidence. But yeah.
And that might be how I got the win on race 2. The hack worked.
Oh, it was you, was it? Sending bullets down the line.
Yeah, I sent you all a packet virus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Nearly never happened to me, but happened to me in race 2 there, and I'm driving down the straight, taking my wheel off and putting it back on.
That's what I did. Mine was you don't use Marvins, do you?
Nah.
Do you use Fanatec?
Yeah, I got Fanatec.
Yeah, maybe it's a
Fanatec.
Fanatec thing then. Yeah.
Let's go about these fanatics.
Yeah, that's probably the problem.
Yeah. Well, somebody on the chat tonight mentioned that Moz actually races better when he's got ballast. So keep that in mind for next week, Moz.
What balance? Who's that? Is that singer with the dive bombs?
No. That,
Wow.
We're still
No.
broadcasting.
Wow.
No, my dive bombs on singer.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Well, that's fine. They were sponsored.
no. Obviously, somebody noted last week's effort, Moz, when you had the extra ballast on board.
Oh yes, the old joke. Yeah. Yeah, we'll never get away from that one.
No, you might have forgotten, but obviously people out there haven't. So,
And his toilet hasn't forgotten either.
so something to remember next week, Moz. Bring your own ballast.
Yep, and underwear.
Yes,
Extra underwear.
most important. All right. Well, on that note, where are we racing next week, boys?
I don't know, but I think Singer's not happy with Moz.
Bathurst.
And
Why?
are we at Bathurst, are we?
Spot back. Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Are we
are
up?
Bathurst.
Does that mean I get the week off?
No, you do
guilty.
not. No. Greg, I must admit, with this new low light and the times that we're doing the race, the broadcast looks bloody good. It looks a lot better because of the low light. So whoever's choice that was, well done.
I'm just having a look. I know we don't have a calendar up.
Yeah, it's Bathurst. I can see it. It's on the Facebook page.
So definitely a week off. We'll see you the week after.
You'll be there
Only
with
if, I
bells
can,
on.
only if I can come too.
So Loshi and I will be off next week. Good luck to everybody.
Bathurst always brings the biggest crowd. Everybody will turn up for it. They always do. So it'll be a big night of racing.
Yeah, it's also a big week of trying to sort out cameras because they never leave Bathurst alone. It's an iRacing toy. But, never mind. We will see what we can come up with. All right. On that note, we might call tonight done, and we'll catch you all the week after next. No, we'll catch you next Monday night for our Bathurst round. I hope we're doing sprint races, Damo, not an enduro.
4-hour enduro, Greg.
And triple points.
With rain.
Yeah.
With rain.
Hang on. If there's rain, I will be there because that will be carnage. Not that I like carnage, but it will be fun to
Right.
broadcast.
There's a few telltale signs at the moment, Greg, that might point you to suggest
Yeah,
you
not
do
enough
like carnage.
incidents.
Yeah. Rain, I'm there.
All right. On that note, we'll call tonight done, and we'll catch you all again next Monday night, same time, same channel. Till then, stay safe, and we'll catch you all Monday night. Thanks, boys.